is very difficult for everybody. But I put this little list together to give you some excitement for Halloween. I know Halloween is one of my personal favourite holidays. I love it. So, with me having nieces and nephews myself, I wanted to think of things to make Halloween fun for them, as well as you and me. So the first thing that I know I'll be doing myself is making a fort to watch movies in. I think it'd be really, really cosy and nice. And the way you'd make it is if you just get 2 chairs and a stick, any kind of stick, go into the forest, pick up a long stick, any stick will do, or even like a broomstick, anything will do. So you get the 2 chairs, you position them opposite each other, and then you get the stick and you plop that in the middle. Now the stick has to be taller than the height of the 2 chairs, and you just stick that in the middle, right? And then you get your sheet or blanket, whatever you want to use, and you plop that over the top, and that's your den. And then you can fill the inside of it with blankets and pillows and all your snacks, and make sure, obviously, if you want to be able to see your TV, or you could use your tablet to watch the movie on, have it positioned at the entrance, and I think that would be a really, really fun thing to do on Halloween. On top of that, instead of obviously going trick-or-treating, is making Halloween goodie boxes for you and your family. So what you could include in them is maybe a costume idea, or like a little cheap costume for that person, and then their favourite treats. So I know in the goodie boxes that I'll be making, I'll be including a big bag of chocolate, a big bag of chewy sweets, some packets of hot chocolate and like different hot drinks you can make, as well as an arts and crafts set. So you've got an activity to do, as well as a spooky movie to watch on the night. I think that would be a brilliant idea. Another thing that I think is really cool to do as well is baking. I say this for all holidays. No holiday is complete without baking. You can find several recipes online for spooky Halloween inspired baking ideas. And I know one thing I'll be doing, it's not necessarily baking, but it's a hot spiced apple punch. And I personally love it because it's really warming and cosy, and I just love hot drinks in general. So, how you'd make it is you'd get a couple of cartons of apple juice, or if I know some people who make their own apple juice. If you've got that, brilliant, use that. You just need a couple of cartons of apple juice and a big saucepan. You turn the saucepan on to a hot, you pour your apple juice in. You'll need 2 cinnamon sticks. You'll need, I would say, a sprinkling of cloves, so maybe about a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half of cloves. Some ginger, you can use fresh ginger or powdered ginger. I prefer using fresh ginger just because I don't like the powdery bits at the top. So for fresh ginger, just use about a thumb of ginger, honestly something about that big that's peeled. I crush it and pop it in, as well as mixed spice. Now I know certain places, like certain like continental markets, they do mixed spiced like bags. So it's got this mixed spice powder in there, and you just infuse it into your liquid instead of having all the powder everywhere. If you don't mind using the powder, you can use the powder too. As well as a little grate of fresh nutmeg. I love nutmeg, it's wonderful. Fun fact about nutmeg, you probably do the same thing on the run up to Halloween, and then on Halloween night, you get everyone to vote together, and you decide who the best night was, who had the best night, who had the best entertainment, who had the best food. I think it's a really good idea, and it's something I'll be doing with my family, and I can't wait for it personally. Not only that, but I also think another fun activity to do would be spooky storytelling, where you all sit in a circle, maybe get some s'mores or some of your favourite snacks, and each go round in a circle telling a spooky story. It can be something that's happened to you, or it can be something from a spooky book, or it could be something you just make up, but I think it's a really fun thing to do to get in the mood for Halloween. Another fun activity could be trying to make masks for each other, but spooky masks. So you can get obviously there's disposable masks online. You can get them on Amazon or eBay.